the golf, let me just remind everyone that if you send me a $5 bill and a $1 bill folded up in an envelope with your address on it, I will send you a copy of this book. It is called Striking It Rich, and I wrote it about getting a tour card in less than 1 year after not playing for 33 years. So you're going to find it very, very interesting. There's not only golf in it, but there's casino card counting, which I used to do. There's stories about MIT and being a physics major there. Stories about the people I met along the way in my medical and golf career. And there's 25 pages of glossy photos inside, which you'll really enjoy. But just send me the $6 to help me defray the shipping costs, and I'll send a copy of that book to the first 1,000 people who would like one. But getting on to the golf now, you can see that the three players have hit their tee shots. Rick Shields is 134 yards from the hole. Peter Finch is 94 yards from the hole, and Grant Horvat is about 105 yards from the hole. And you can see the green up here. There's nothing in front of it. There's a bunker on the right there, possibly two. I can't really tell. There's one or two bunkers on the right side of the green, but right in front of the green, everything's wide open. And I think Grant plays this pitch out from the trees way too conservatively. Let's get onto it now, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Guys, I'm going to have to punch out here. We're blocked out from the green. We've got to take all that stuff. Unfortunate, but let's see if we can save a crazy ball.
Okay, now Grant is going to pitch this ball basically straight out and have 93 yards to the hole. The trees on the other side of the fairway are really far over there, and it's a super wide fairway. So he has tons of room to just hit a quick draw around these bushes here and just let it bounce and bounce and bounce and roll up onto the green or onto the apron, where his up and down percentage would be about 80% at least. And instead, he's going to hit it out here in the fairway and leave himself 93 yards, where his up and down percentage is probably 20%. With a numbered wedge in his hand and a really firm green. He doesn't even get the ball on the green, let's put it that way. It's a mistake of not thinking in terms of partial shots. You can really improve his situation by hitting some kind of hook up there and getting it right around the edge of the green. So let's see how he gets on here and watch what he does instead of that. Good. Okay. So he's just punched it out sideways without trying to improve his position at all, distance-wise. And by the way, this hole was dead with the wind. Dead with the wind, and all he had to do was get a little hook up in the air there and let it bounce in the fairway, and that thing would have gone way down there because the wind is right to left and fairly stiff for him, which makes the hooking the ball much easier. So this video is going to be very short today. That's about all I have to say. You got to think in terms of partial shots. Grant ended up one-putting this hole for a bogey when all he had to do was hook the ball up there with maybe a 9-iron, which he can normally hit 160 yards, I'm sure. But he could have taken a 9-iron and just hooked it up there real quick, and it would have gone 110 yards for sure, and he would have had an easy up and down. Even from the bunker, is way superior to being 93 yards away, especially with his sand game, which is excellent. So remember the book. Just send $6, fold it up in an envelope with your return address, and I'll send you a copy. It'll help your course management a lot. Read the reviews on Amazon if you're deciding whether or not to even invest $6 in this. And you'll learn that the people who read it, some of them immediately read it again to make sure they didn't miss anything, or at least that's what they said in their reviews. So people really like the book, and again, it's about my first year back only, where I made a lot of mistakes, and you'll learn from my mistakes too. Eventually I ended up winning 2 tournaments and got interviewed by the Golf Channel twice and all sorts of good stuff. But that's further down the road. That'll be in the revision of the book, which I will write in the next few months. But anyway, enjoy the book, and I hope you got that lesson from this video. You got to think in terms of partial shots. He's got a 20% chance of making a par from where he pitched out, and a 80% chance at least for making a par from being up on the green or on the apron of the green. And so he just threw away 0.6 strokes there. See you next time.